Hey everybody, it is Habs, Absolute Hockey. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today's video, we are going to be doing the 2023 mock draft. First mock draft that I'm going to be making on the channel. The first 16 we have confirmed of the spots of this draft. And I'm going to do a mock draft of it. We'll probably do a full whenever the full's revealed. And I'll make more than one mock draft. But hope you guys enjoy. And let's get started here. So the 16th overall pick, I have the Calgary Flames taking Lucas Jasicevic. This defenseman that I heard, he's a pretty good offensive defenseman. And Calgary Flames has been looking for some defensemen. And he's a shooting rat whose offensive instincts are amongst the best in class. His skating can be concerning, but he'll get better in my opinion. In Calgary Flames, I could see them picking a guy like that, a defenseman that's offensive. That's what exactly this team needs, offensive defenseman that's gonna shut down doors. Bring a guy in because we're not confirmed about what's gonna happen for this team. And I seen highlights of him. He's not a bad player. And his skating can be concerned. His skating is kind of the only issue that I found in him. I feel like he can improve on that. And I feel like this guy can be a great second pair defense. No, probably a second pair defenseman in NHL. And that's what I give Calgary. The 15th overall pick. I think the Nashville Predators this will be surprising for you guys. And this will probably be a seal, and I think that will drop. Eduard Sally. Eduard Sally is a right leaner. He is good with the puck on the stick. And there's been some concern with the scouts whether or not he's determined enough to get it back when he doesn't have it. Like when he has the puck, when he doesn't have the puck, it's concerning. And they think he's struggling at getting the puck back. It kind of is concerning, but it's another concerning pick. But that scouts have been hearing about this guy. He's had a good year with the Venus Czechia. He had a very good year with them. Did not play overly the worst, but did not play overly the best. He's been good for them. 14 points in 43 games and 0 points in the playoffs. And for the Czechia, he had 6 points in the World Juniors. He skated up, played well. 19 points in 18 games Czechia U18 internationals. The World Junior Cup, he had 6 points in 7 games. And he had 10 points in 11 games in international juniors U20. He's been playing a lot of World Juniors and internationals this year. And he's been not a bad player for them. Throughout it all. This is the type of player that I think could be kind of concerning, but a good seal in this draft. And I think Nashville could use a guy like that. I could see him as a Nashville Predator. He is a good. I think he's a good offensive guy. He's a good white wiener. Can produce. This is another one I think that will be pretty good for the Nashville Predators, and this will be a seal. And what I have for the 14th overall for the Pittsburgh Penguins is the next one. I have them taking Quentin Musty, a centerman for the Sudbury Wolves. I heard about this player. No, not center. He's a left winger. He's good at gaining momentum, and I find that he has increased consistency and effort at his best. He could be a huge impact in the game outside of point production. He's a good produced guy. And I feel like this guy would be a good solid add to the Pittsburgh Penguins. I think this guy has top 6 potential. He could be a great add to the Pittsburgh Penguins' future. When Crosby and all that's gone, that'll be a good for their retool to get them back in it. And I feel like this guy will probably not play instantly, but he'll be a player probably to play Not this season going to come up after the offseason, but season after. For the 2024-25 season, I can see this guy making an impact and this guy going on to the roster. Or they try him, see how he plays in preseason. If he doesn't play well, they send him to the OHL. That's what I could see happen. That's why I think Vince McMahon could use a guy like him in many at-backs. He has great offense. He could be a good player for them in the future. That's why I gave them that. But 13, well, you guys are kind of going to be maybe pissy at me in the comments, upset at me in the comments. But I give Buffalo, I feel like this is going to be a bit of a drop here. I feel like the Sabres can snatch this guy. And it'll be a good for their future. I see them taking Kobe Perlow. This guy, even though this guy will go higher in my opinion, but like, I feel like that this guy could drop to that low. Kobe Perlow is a fucking... He has built layers into his game from the start of the season, showing a path to quick develop. He quick developed at the start of the season, and he's been a great guy. Like he knows how to. He has great offensive. He's good. Reports have said that this guy's. He's a 6'1", 187 pounds. Scouts have him top 10, 8th most likely, but I find this guy, he's a good goal scorer. He scored 46 goals with... He scored 46 goals with the Owen Sound attack. And he's been amazing. Like, I find this guy had a great offensive year. He can get into the ends. He's a hard worker. He plays hard. He has grit. And I feel like a team like Buffalo could use a guy like that in the future. Maybe a top 6 to play with Logan Thompson line. Or not Logan Thompson. Or, not Logan Thompson. Tage Thompson. Or the second line to play with Jack Quinn and stuff like that. That would be a fantastic line that he could play grit. He could play well. That'll very be good for Buffalo's future. I feel like Kobe Perlow will probably go higher than this. Like, probably around the 9th attempts or the 8th spot. But this guy could drop, and I feel like Kobe Perlow could be a 10th pick, a good fit for Buffalo Sabres, and that's why I put them on number 13th. Number 12. I have the Ottawa Senators. No, Arizona Coyotes drafting Gabriel Perlow. This guy, I love Gabriel Perlow. I would love him being in the Habs, but we have a top 5 pick, so I do not see him going top 5. But he's a good guy. I love Gabriel Perlow, even though the scouts have drafted him 29th. But this guy will probably go earlier than that, and I feel like this guy's a good, fantastic 12th overall pick. And I see this guy. He anticipates the game so well and competes. So he's a hard worker. He loves to compete, and he's rarely out of the play. Like, he's really, like, he doesn't mess up much. Like, he has good puck movement. He can score. He's been playing amazing for the USA department. Pretty much, I think it was U18s or U17s. He's been, I think it's U18s. He's been fantastic for the U18 this year. Gabriel Perlow with Will Smith. He's been good with Will Smith, and he's also been good with Ryan Leonard. Those guys were good together. Gabriel Perlow is fantastic. He's going to be a good player in this league. I can see this guy being top 6 potential. If not, he'll be a third-line guy for them. This guy has scoring much ability, and he has the pass too. He can play a two-way game, in my opinion. Maybe even power forward, because I think he can lay bodies, but I'm not sure. This guy will be a good player in the NHL, in my opinion, and that's why I give him number 12. Number 11th, I give the Vancouver Canucks Axel Sandin-Pellikka. I heard there's rumors going on that Vancouver really needs a defenseman, And I could see them snatching a guy like Axel Sandy Pellicup because they love to go overseas with their picks. And what I've seen in the past, and I know that they're going to, I could see them going for him. This defenseman, oh boy, he's 17 on the scoutings, but he uses his edge and skating ability to retrieve pucks. He's good at retrieving the puck with his ability. He can move it as a transporter up the ice or with the depth first pass. He's a good transporter. He's good with the puck. He knows how to play. This guy could be a great, I feel like he'd be a great defensive guy for the play with Quinn Hughes. He would be a good pairing for Quinn Hughes future, or even second pair. I could even see this guy being top pair playing with Quinn Hughes, but this guy will at least be a top 4 defenseman, playing hardworking. And I actually love Alexander Pellica. I've seen his I've seen his skill. He's amazing. He's good. He knows how to play. And that is why I give Vancouver 11th. Top 10 pick. I think the St. Louis Blues are actually going to get this. I have confidence. I feel like this one belongs to Brayden Yager. I think Brayden Yager becomes a 10 pick, and he becomes available for the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis Blues needs a guy like that. We pretty much replace Ryan O'Reilly for the future. And we replace Vladimir Tarasenko as well. Even though he had a bit of a down year, I feel like this guy would be really good. Shot and release are so... he's good at his shots. He's good at releasing through. But scouts have him concerned if he will be able to drive play at the next level. There's a bit of concerning about this guy's play. But at the same time, I feel like this guy will build. This guy will be a very good... I can see this... I don't think he'll be a first liner. But I can see this guy being a second center or a third line center for the St. Louis Blues in the big future. I don't think this guy has the ceiling to be a first center. But this guy will be... I have this guy being a very good... second line at least. He knows how to play the game. With the Moose Jaw Warriors, he had 78 points, 67 games. In playoffs this year, he had 16 points in 10 games, 6 goals, 10 assists. Over an assist per game and over a point per game. He's been fantastic. Like I'm telling you. But I feel like this guy's gonna be a fantastic guy next year. He's gonna go on to the next level. I feel like this guy will prove people on. And he will not be a bad 10th overall to be pretty much be the top 10. So we are going on below top 10 now. The 9th overall to the to Detroit Red Wings. Why am I getting mixed up here? And what we have is, I think I have them drafting the one and only David Wayne-Basher. David Wayne-Basher, I've seen his highlights. He's a damn fan well. He's heavily relied on by a senior men's team. And he's been in a top-notch pro league. He's been pretty good on a team of, pretty much older people. He's been on a team... It's not so often you see a heavily relied player that knows how to play defensive, who plays well. And I think these Red Wings would love to have a David Wayne-Basher. They love to stack their defensemen. And you have Simon Edvinsson. You have all these guys for their future. You have Simon Edvinsson. And you have all these defensemen that could produce for them. Simon Edvinsson is definitely their top defenseman of the future. Let me search this up real quick. So you have Simon Edvinsson. And then you have guys like Albert Johansson. You have William Wallender too. Emil Velo. This guy will be good. You have Jared Mizek, guys. You have this team has a very much good paper defenseman in the future. And I feel like David Wayne-Basher has a chance to play with Simon Edvinsson. He could be a top pair, or he could be a second pair, and he'll play fantastic. That's why I give them David Wayne-Basher. I know, and this is why I give them 9th overall. David Lampasher. 8th overall, this is a bit of a twist here. And I have them taking one and only Dalibor Dvorsky. Dalibor Dvorsky is a fantastic Slovakian. He's broke stuff in the league. He's been fantastic. He's been fantastic for the Slovaks. He's a very good guy. He's good at skating. He knows how to play. The iffy was about him was I didn't want Canadians to take. I don't want Canadians to take this guy. But like the concern is that Canadians could think about taking this guy because of Slovak. And we have Philip Mesa from last year. We have Lewis Lakovsky. Sorry I can't talk much because like for some reason I keep like iffing myself. Sorry about that. Like in like mumbling or repeating myself. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to talk a bit slow here. I think Dalibor Dvorsky is going to be a fantastic player in the league. But is he going to be a first-line caliber? Probably not. Second, maybe. I could see this guy potentially being a second line. Or he'll just fit in the third line perfectly, middle six area. Like second or third line, Dalibor Dvorsky's COA could hit. And that's why I give Dalibor Dvorsky 8th overall with the one and only Washington Capitals. Now we have the Philadelphia Flyers for 7th overall, and I actually give them one and only what I want in Montreal, but I don't think it's gonna happen. With Philly, I think Philly's gonna get Ryan Leonard. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with this player. He's so good. His offensive fleet is over the shouts. He had like 50 some goals in like 60 games. That is just fantastic. And probably and he had like 90 some points, 100 points almost in 60 games in the US. He's been, I heard, even though you're gonna say from the US, Will Smith's the best, arguably. But for me, I think Ryan Leonard is he's been obviously offensively and defensively out of the 3 players producing more better than compared to the other 2 players. Has more. I feel like he has more high ceiling. But Will Smith's probably going to be picked earlier than him. That's why I have the Philadelphia Flyers, because this guy can score, this guy can produce, this guy has everything. His skating is just fantastic. His shooting is fantastic. I feel like this for Philly, and he has a very great play. I think Philly, I was going to put Philly almost Kobe Barlow, because I think they would be good with Kobe Barlow too. But I think Ryan Leonard has potential to be a first line stud. I'm not gonna give him like credit, like say he's gonna be like as good as Connor Bedard, meant to be a top pick guy, pretty much meant to be generational. I'm not saying he's gonna be as good as him, but he has potential to be like Lionel has potential to be like 70 to 65 to the 80 point range. I feel like he'll be fantastic for the Flyers in the future if they draft him. He has potential, but but for me, I don't think this guy becomes an instant NHL guy. I think he goes for another year, like into the NCAA. I could see him being in Will Smith's team. He gets in touch with Boston University, and he goes to Boston to play with Will Smith. I can see it happening, and Ryan Leonard would be a good producer. He's fantastic. I could see him, or maybe if Adam Fantilli is not in there, I could see him even being, if he has to go back to the NCAA, the Adam Fantilli, and he plays for Anaheim. Any team he gets drafted by, he's supposed to be by Anaheim. Any team he gets drafted by, and if he doesn't, he plays for the team that if I put in this video, I could see Ryan Leonard or Will Smith competing for Hobey Baker next year. Those two are just would be fantastic to have point producers. Ryan Leonard and Will Smith is just out of the roof. Even him with Gabriel Perreault, is fantastic. I love Wyatt Leonard. I love all his play. I'm a fan of his play. When I've seen his highlights, his aim is just oddly good. I know he can work on stuff. He has like a few things I think he can work on, but maybe a bit of his skating. But like, other than that, he'll be a fantastic player in this league. And that's why I give Philly number 7 of him. We're going to the 6th area. I was kind of upset about this because even though they're 6 overall, I found Arizona robbed in a way. They should have had at least a top 5 pick or a top 4 pick, like 4, 5, and 6 range. Arizona should have had. Even though they were supposed to, they were projected to have 6 overall. That was their spot. I would have thought that Arizona was gonna get him. Was gonna get 6 one of those spots, but I didn't know they were gonna be 6. I thought they were gonna be 4th. Honestly, Sales was gonna get bumped to 6. But it makes sense. Arizona got screwed again in this lotto. But I have dumb drafting Zach Benson. I love Zach Benson too. He's a great player. This guy's been fantastic. Point producer. He's been a point maker. He's good. He's good around him. Like, he's consistent. He's an effective producer. His hockey sense and awareness just allows him to be an effective producer altogether. He's very good at his hockey sense. Like I'm telling you, awareness too is fantastic. I love a lot about his skill. He's just going to be a great player in the league. Arizona could use a guy like that. Left winger could play with Dylan Gumpher or even Clayton Keller in the future. Zach Benson, I feel like this guy is not going to be an NHL ready, but I have hit that being the case. So I need to hurry. I don't want to take too long on this, like telling you it's fully detailed now, because I don't want this video being too long. So we're gonna hurry it up a bit. 5th overall, I have the Montreal Canadiens select. This is gonna be a seal of the draft. I think that this potentially, it's not the guy that you're thinking of from, it's not the guy you're thinking of, because of what happened between Russia or something. It's not this guy. But I have the Montreal Canadiens. This is going to be a seal, and you guys might get pissy at me or like say, this guy's not going to be 5th overall. He's going to be earlier than that. He's definitely this number locked. It's not the generational. It's not that guy I mentioned earlier. But I gave Montreal Canadiens Leo Carlson. I think potentially Leo Carlson could actually drop. Because I have players before that. I think that I'll give actually good reasons why those guys could go there. Leo Carlson is fantastic. He's more of a playmaking shooting guy. He can play two-way. He's great with skating. He knows how to pass. His hockey sense is good. He knows how to skate. He knows how to shoot. I feel like he could just learn maybe a bit better with shooting. He could play better, but this guy can also make an immediate impact into a team, and I could see him making it in the show instantly, but trying to compete for a spot next year, like this year, pretty much this season coming up in 2023-24. I can see this guy making it to the NHL potentially instantly. He has that ceiling. I love his play. I've seen highlights of him. He's played fantastic for Sweden. He's a good player, and I feel like this guy's going to be good for any team who drafts him. But I have Montreal Canadiens drafting him at number 5th. Number 4th, the top is USA Department team. I have them taking one and only Will Smith. You guys want to know why I took Will Smith before Carlson? Because, when's that? I think San Jose could use a Will Carlson because fans already want they love Will Smith. Even though they love Carlson, they love Will Smith. In any aspect, he's a great dynamic player. He plays hard. Even though his size could be a bit concerning, he's not short. He's not overly short. He's not tall for an NHL player. He's probably maybe a bit average. He could skate the puck. He could shoot the puck. He's a great player. He's had so many points for like the. He's been unbelievable. And this guy, I can see this guy maybe making top 3 if lucky. Actually, let's look up Will Smith real quick. Will Smith is committed to play with Boston, like I said. He's the best. He's like, even though I don't think this guy is better than Ryan Leonard, you guys will probably argue me and say, "Oh, he's better than Ryan Leonard." He could be. I could see this guy having potential. I could sound like a fucking idiot and say, "Oh, he's worse than Ryan Leonard," and then he shows me and says, "Oh, I could see this guy proving me on." Even though I love Will Smith, I would love Montreal would love to have this guy. He's coming to Boston next year. He had 20 points in 7 games in the World Juniors. That's unbelievable. 127 points, 51 goals, 76 assists in 127 points in 60 USA National U18 team. That is just fantastic. In the US DTP Juniors, he had 42 points in 20 games. Are you fucking serious? This guy knows how to play. He is going to be dynamic in this league. And I'm telling you. Scouts have him at number 3, like the early, like 5, like 4, 5, 6. Most of them have him out there. We're on the Montreal, Arizona, and San Jose range. And San Jose, they want Ryan Leonard. They don't want Ryan Leonard. They want Will Smith. And that's why I give Will Smith to San Jose. Number 3, there's rumors going around. Even though Montreal, there's rumors going around by that too. And I know Columbus is looking for long term, because they don't have to make the playoffs. Like they don't have to. They're pretty much retooling right now. But I see them drafting the one and only Russian, Matvei Mishkov. There's this reason. You guys are gonna be pissed at me in the comments. You guys know this guy has unreal talent level. He's so good. He knows how to play. I'm in love with Matvei Mishkov, even though. He's gonna be 3 years. He has 3 years left in his deal in KHL. You're gonna have to wait 3 years before you sign him because he's a KHL. In KHL contracts, you cannot sign for an NHL contract until they're done, and wait until like he actually doesn't want to resign them. But there's also risk because of the Russia and Ukraine situation. That's in the Russia situation as well. There's also risk that he may not even make NHL, and I do want him to make the NHL. He's going to be I feel like he's arguably the second best on the waiting chart, but teams are going to skip him because of that. I can also see like my highs that I could see Mishkov dropping is like 9 at this point, 9 or 6 at this point, 6 or 9 range is around the highest like. That I could see go, because the reason why I put Matvei Mishkov before Carlson is because I heard Columbus wanted Matvei Mishkov. I've been hearing rumors about it, and Matvei Mishkov has great aim. He's a good player. He's great for Russia. He had plenty of great years. He broke Ovechkin's record in Russia. He is going to be a good goal scorer. He's compared to Ovechkin, even though I don't think he's going to be as a great scorer as Ovechkin. You know, he'll be close to Ovechkin probably, but he won't be like he's a superstar. Like, I think he's going to be a superstar in this league, but I don't think he's going to be if he comes to the NHL ever. But I don't think this guy's going to be. He's not generational. The only kind of bit out is gonna be generational in this like whole thing, in my opinion. Unless Fantilli shows Gen out of nowhere. But like I think Matvei Mishkov is a good pick for Columbus, and they want long term. So I give Columbus number 3. Number 2, let's say it. Adam Fantilli. Adam Fantilli is a blowing good player. Dominated NCAA, won Hobie Baker. He's a fantastic player. I love Adam Fantilli. Good two-way forward in my opinion. He's fantastic. He's a left winger. Anaheim would love to have a guy like him to play with Zegras. And that he has a 2-tack part on the left, but they might put Zegras on the center, and then put him on left because I think Secrets can play center, and you put McTavish. That is McTavish or something, McTavish, and that's going to be dirty, you guys. That's gonna. I'm excited for Anaheim's future. I'm proud of them and excited for their future. Because, like, Adam Fantilli is a great player, and you guys can't be mad because even if you guys did not get Connor Bedard, you guys gotta be happy that you guys got Adam Fantilli. You guys can get a chance to get Adam Fantilli because Adam Fantilli is a fantastic player. You're gonna love him. I wanted to have us get at least a top 2 pick because I wanted us to get a first or a second because Bedard first off. Let's say it. Like I said, that's why I gave Anaheim for second overall. That would be a fantastic pick for them. All around good player. Number one in the one and only generational stud that is playing for the WHL, the Regina Pats, generation of the future. We're going to give it to the one and only Connor Bedard. My words cannot explain how talented and gen this kid is. He is so fantastic. He knows how to play. He had like 70 some goals this season, and 70 some assists, and 140 some points in WHL. Best point producer. He's been generational. The best Pats player, I think, ever, in my opinion. He's going to dominate this league over a point per game. Like, he's gonna get a couple hundred, like all the 100 point per game seasons, 100 points a season, and most of his seasons, I think he's gonna have a point per game production in it for his career. And I feel like this guy's gonna have over 1,000 points total in his career. He could be like 1,400, 5,500. I think this guy's gonna be a generational stud. Even though I'm kind of maybe overestimating him a bit right now, but I was kind of upset about it. So, I mean, there's a video on my channel, last video. You guys can go look about that. That's his video. You're gonna love the way. Connor Bedard is a generational. He has amazing aim, amazing skate. His skating is not overly fast, but he could work on that. If he could be a speedy guy, like a very fast guy for like a 5'10", and he could go fast, if he can work at that. If he goes fast with good aim, good inside, he could be like an Amy McDavid. He is supposed to be as good as McDavid. That's what his high ceiling is. Probably even more than McDavid's. Like, I'm telling you, this kid has high potential, and he is generational. I was so happy. I'm so happy. I'm not happy for Bedard that he's in Chicago, but I would have loved that. I would have loved to have Bedard. Like, I am telling you, but like, it's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not overly mad we didn't get Bedard. I'm not mad we didn't get Bedard. I'm just mad that Chicago is gonna end up getting him. But like, he has good hockey sets, good all around. He's just a generational, talented young kid. Just for a video. I hope you guys enjoyed my mock draft. If you guys did, make sure to double like, subscribe. Okay, so sorry that this video took like 33 some minutes long. Almost 40, 35. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to shorten it for my next video. I'm not a next mock draft video. Just a video. I'm not going to explain too much next video, guys. I'm going to let you know. I'm not going to explain it next video. I'm not going to explain it way too much like I did more detailed. I was way detailed. I think I used too much detail in this video. But like, this is a video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to double like, subscribe, notifications. And we'll see you guys. I'm gonna make a new video. I'm gonna make another video. Next video will probably be what, like, top 5 options I think the Montreal Canadiens could draft in this year, and explain why I think Montreal Canadiens could draft this guy and how impact they can do to the team. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.